Hi everyone, so today I'll be doing a collective T.J.Maxx, Marshalls, and other random stores like LUSH, Yankee Candle slash Woodwick, and this one candy store that we went to because we went to a mall that was quite far away in order to redeem some pots. Anyways, so let me go on to the candle reshipment. If you didn't see my candle haul, essentially one of the boxes arrived damaged. The FedEx driver didn't give me the box, so I then contacted customer service and they reshipped it. Unfortunately, that one particular scent was out of stock, so I picked out a different one, and here is the one that I picked out. Thankfully, this one wasn't broken. I'm not sure exactly why the other one was broken, but this is the Eclipse style, and it's a trilogy series. So it has different layers. The top one is vanilla bean, then we have caramel, then we have biscotti. So it does look a little bit rough, but I have a feeling that was just because of the whole shipment, and it's been getting a little bit warmer here in Southern California. But yeah, it smells really nice, the top layer. But honestly, even if these are pretty big sized candles, I feel like the scent doesn't really translate to, I feel like, the opening of this candle. But it is really nice. I like how it sounds and the ambiance, and I feel like if you don't have a fireplace, this is a great alternative. So there's that one. Pretty happy with it, but I think I would have preferred the scent that went out of stock and was broken. The other thing that my sister and I did is we took advantage of the Lush Bring Back Pot program. So I don't know what's the name of it. It used to be called the Black Pot program. Okay, so I think I'm going to insert this as a clip, but my sister and I decided to exchange or redeem our pots that we have from Lush in order to get money off. Typically, we would get a fresh face mask, but I think this is good because we really have this one product that we both enjoy. And I think this is, or these are our combined empties. So here's a quick look at all the pots that we have. It might be a little bit hard to tell how many it's in a Bath and Body Works bag, but there are 27 in here. Some of them are a little bit older. I'll have these posted on my Instagram in case you're interested in like more info, but this one is like 2024. We have, oh, I think this might be the oldest one actually, 1000 milliheads. I don't know if they still make this jelly face mask, and even the packaging looks a little bit different. Yeah, this one, it says best used by 2019. So we've been holding on to them for a while, and before, actually, maybe around 2018, 2019, they would not accept these clear pots. Now they do. All right, so hopefully we get, I think, about $27 off. I heard rumors that they were going to change the program. I don't know if that's in like Lush UK or if it's also for North America, that they would limit you to 5 pots for a free fresh face mask. Ooh, tongue twister. Or you would only get $5 off of a certain spend, so I wouldn't be able to redeem everything all at once. But yeah, here is what I'm turning in. Hopefully they give me well, not a good deal. It's like the $27 off, and it hasn't changed as of right now because I'm not up to date on my Lush news. All right, so I would have inserted the clip of the pots that I ended up exchanging. They fit in a medium-sized Bath and Body Works bag. It was kind of funny. So in the store, they only had this size of the Squeak shampoo. I think there was a larger size one, but I couldn't find it. So this is what my sister and I ended up getting. We really love this scent. It smells similar-ish to, what is it, Bucks Fizz Celebrate a little bit, but it's slightly more floral. This shampoo has little scrubby bits, and I feel like it's one that it kind of works almost as a scrub or exfoliation, but it's pretty gentle. It's not a chemical one, it's a physical one, and it smells divine. So with the 27 pots, here, let me show you my receipt. The discount was 27, again, one for each pot, plus the sales tax. I love it that the sales tax in this area is 8.75. Now in my area, it's 10.5. So we only paid out of pocket $2.17. So that's cool. My sister and I will share this, and hopefully for the next freshness sale or Boxing Day sale, this will be one of the items that are included. But okay, going on to TJ Maxx and Marshalls, I found what I think to be a good deal on this mattress topper. I have a twin size bed. I never upgraded. I always said, okay, I'm going to get like a queen or a full and it just never happened. And then I ended up getting like a candle shelf, and that really took up a lot of space. So whoa, this is kind of huge. So in Marshalls, there was a clearance aisle section that I never seen before. And this is a mattress topper for a double-sized bed. So the retail price was $24.99, but I ended up paying $10. And it's pretty good because I believe it has like copper infused into it, which is supposed to help with bacteria and stuff. And it's pretty fluffy. So my bed, which this is essentially my bed or my bed sheet, it's firm. I like my mattress to be more on the firm side, but since this is a little bit more pudgy, I feel like it should add a little bit of cushion. And I think that's a great deal for a mattress topper. I don't believe I previously included these two items that my sister and I picked up at Ross, so I'll go ahead and include it in this collective haul. But while we were at Ross, I think we were looking for comforters for her or something, and it was Tuesday, so Tuesdays are senior discount day, at least in my local Ross. And I found in, I think, the food section, they had something that I think would work really well to put below her candle crock. She's currently using the one that broke for me, but she uses it for not as many hours, so I think she's okay with there being a slight crack, and it still works. So going back to the item, I gave her about 4 or 5, I think they're called like food trays to look at, but this is the one that she decided on. It's very, very heavy. I don't think that will come across. I don't know if this is real marble or not, but it has a really nice design. It has like a nice little scallop edge, a pointy part right here. Don't know what design that's called. And it's pretty cheap, or it was pretty cheap, affordable. $6.99, made in India, food safe, and it does have little stoppers right here. So yeah, this matches really well with my old candle crock. I don't know if it's like cream or ivory, but it matches her work office area. So that is what she picked up, less 10% because our dad was with us at the time. And I had seen a lot of older Scentworks candles, but they sell out very quickly. So I saw apple teeny, and I believe that the other one was a watermelon scent. But the one that I really wanted to try out was this pretty old, I think it's from 2022, older, made in the USA Scentworks candle, strawberry glazed donuts, 3-wick. I really like this packaging. I might reuse it. So here's how the wick placement looks like. The only thing is that on the bottom, there used to be batch codes listed somewhere here, but I think they got like rubbed off or taken off somehow. So this is a 14.5 ounce candle. Yeah, I don't see any batch code in here. So fragrance notes are fresh strawberries, rhubarb, apple, and vanilla. And the main notes that I pick up are maybe less so of a fresh strawberry, more of a strawberry jam mixed in with the vanilla. But strangely enough, I do pick up on that fried dough scent. I think Scentworks is really good at mimicking like fried donut, funnel cakes, and all that. So yeah, that was my very small add-in to my collective haul. This for my sister and the candle that I picked up. There was another strawberry glazed donuts, but it did not have a lid. So I figured that this one would be stronger. And plus I wanted the lid. It's very pretty. Okay, next going on to, oh my gosh, are these all my sister's products? Okay, I believe next is all my sister's products if you're interested. Again, she loves the CBD candles from Marshalls and T.J.Maxx, and she tends to buy them when they go on red tag sale. This one is in Eucalyptus Rain, made in the USA. This is not the lid that it comes with, but it came included. So it's a single wick. Again, it's not the best for throwing the scent, but she feels like she calms down when she uses these. So I'm like, whatever works for her. Retail price $9.99. She got it for $4. This one isn't one of her top scents, but I feel like for $4, that's a really good deal, even for a normal single wick that you would find at Bath & Body Works. This one, I think she's going to keep it, but I feel like the retail price, or she has told me that the retail price for these makeup erasers has gone down. I believe before they used to be like $12.99 for a 7-day set, but now I believe they're like $9.99. And she got this for $4. So I think they have do they have the color? Yeah, so these are a little bit lighter colors. She doesn't like the ones that are very vibrant and stuff because I think then you need to put it with the darks. So there's that. All of them are there. She always checks beforehand. Okay, and she found a lot of good Japanese hair care products. Okay, I'll briefly show these because I don't have a lot of information on them besides they're somewhat popular in Japan, or at least on YouTube. So this is from the brand And Honey. I believe they have different lines. So this one, it says EX Damage Repair Shampoo, $14.99. And then I believe they also list the scent or what it's for. So damage care and deep hydration. Okay, I guess it doesn't list the fragrance. One of them does. So this one says Honey Fleur. Maybe this one. Moist Shampoo. Let's see. Osmanthus Honey Scent. So maybe this one is the one, because when I read some reviews for these products, because it got me interested because my sister bought a lot of these, some people complained that the scent was almost too strong, and I thought, ooh, let me try it out. But she hasn't opened them yet. When we went back to the store to see if there were any other ones, these had completely sold out. So I'm glad that my sister got the ones that she wanted. So she got the damage care, she got the honey one, and then she got, I believe, the corresponding conditioners. So here we go. We have damage repair treatment, which I think is the same as conditioner. And then this one, it seemed like it would go with this Fleur one, but I believe it's a different line, or from a different line, because this one says Mimosa. And then when you go over to the scent, it says Mimosa Honey Scent. So that's interesting. All of these are $14.99. So once she opens them, I'll go ahead and try it, because my hair, again, I can use pretty cheap products with it, but I feel like I like having different, I like using different shampoos and conditioners each time, because I heard a rumor when I was in middle school that your hair gets used to products, and ever since then, I feel like I need to alternate. All right, the next item that my sister picked up is also hair care related. I don't know if she said that this is normally found in Sephora or Ulta, but it's from the brand I've never heard from before, Kristen S. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Clarifying shampoo, $7.99, and it does have a pretty unique like lock unlock feature. I personally like this pump action. I think it's a lot easier, less slippery. But she was really happy to have this. I don't know why she didn't get the matching conditioner, or even if there was a matching conditioner to buy. And then the last product that she picked up, I believe this is a face cleanser from the brand Sana. I don't know if I've already included this. We found this in the sales section for $5.50. All right, I think that is it for my sister's hair care products. The last thing that I'll show you is, okay, slight story time. My sister and I, growing up, we loved going to the Sweet Factory, but I feel like they shut down a lot of locations, at least near where we live. I think right now the closest one is maybe about 50 minutes away, which is quite a bit far. She loved buying the Jawbreakers, and I really liked getting the cotton candy jelly beans, because I don't like mixed jelly beans. I have certain flavors that I like, and it just makes sense to buy the whole bucket or bag, whatever. And when we stopped by at this store, they always have this delicious smell of chocolate going on. It's called Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory. You smell like you're going past Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory. And I always pass by it because I personally don't like chocolate, or if I have chocolate, I can't have a lot because I get full right away, and it's just no. But then once when we pass by, because we go to the mall every year for the past maybe like 15 years or so, and I noticed that they had sour belts on the in the window, and I thought, oh my gosh, could it be the same ones? And then we had a sample, and yes, they are the same ones that they would sell at the Sweet Factory. So we always go crazy when we buy them. This is a full pound, so I ended up getting a pound for my sister and a pound for myself. And the lady in the girl, because she was quite young, in front, she was like, are you sure you want a pound each? Like, this is how much half a pound looks like. And I'm like, yeah, you know. And then I told her the whole story about the Sweet Factory shutting down. And then even the lady behind me, she was like, oh, the closest one to here is La Brea, if you ever want to stop by. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. La Brea is kind of far. I mean, Ontario is pretty far from me. So I think she was really nice, and she gave me the employee discount. I think it's because we just bought so much. I think it's 10%. Yeah, so it's quite pricey though. So for a pound, it's $20, and this ended up being around $33, I believe. So yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, I need to give my sister this her candy, and then of course all her hair care products. Okay, so my sister went to Ulta and she picked me up a skincare item, but I wanted to show you what she ended up getting. I believe during this time, because it was her birth month, she got extra points at Ulta. I'm not exactly too sure because I don't have an Ulta account or anything, but she ended up getting 3 Tree Hut scrubs. I think she told me that they ended up coming out to around $8 or something, which isn't a super great deal, but she wanted to try out the new scents. So the first one is a jelly bean, and if you can see, she already put the label of when it was manufactured. She also got a rainbow sherbet. This one has a little towel because it's a little bit sticky. And then the other one that she wanted to try out was tangerine. So the item that she picked out for me, I saw this product once at T.J.Maxx, but I haven't seen it since. It was in a gift set. I really like cleansing balms as well as cleansing oils, but I haven't had this in a while. And now Clean It Zero is in Ulta. So there was a sale going on for the Vanilla Co. I believe it was 40% off. Plus, my sister had that like $3 off a $15 coupon. And this one, I don't need to worry about it going bad because it doesn't expire until May 16th of 2027. So yeah, that's good. It even has this little safety sticker right there. Okay, another quick add-on. I went to Home Goods to try to find a candle hurricane for my sister. No luck with that, but there were a bunch of Village candles on sale. Ideally, I would have liked this to be like $6 or $8, but I had a feeling that it wasn't going to stick around, and I don't frequent this Home Goods store that often. So we have this Village candle in the scent Key Lime Tart. I like the picture, of course, and then the fragrance notes are listed down below: key lime, lemon juice, graham cracker, whipped vanilla. So this one, it's funny because I feel like my sister can smell fragrances a bit better in paraffin wax versus soy wax, because this is becoming a little bit hard for me to detect those lighter, or I guess the bakery notes like the graham cracker and the whipped vanilla. But I do pick up a lot on the key lime. It reminds me of like a slightly less zingy key lime popsicle. But yeah, here's how it looks like, and I got it for $10. Here's how the inside of the candle looks like. It looks like it has core wicks, 100% paraffin, I believe food grade paraffin wax. There was another candle I was contemplating purchasing, which was called French macaron, I believe, but there was a really prominent coconut note in there. I liked it, except for that coconut note. But yeah, this one, it smells really nice. And I have a feeling that if it doesn't perform well, which has been the case with all the Village candles that I burned so far, I can just put this underneath my candle lamp. But I felt like I really wanted to purchase this scent even on the Village, or on the Stonewall Kitchen website. And I think free shipping is maybe at around $75 if you use a promo code, whereas I can just pick it up for like $10 at Home Goods. So yeah, there is Key Lime Tart. All right, so in case you're interested, I've been picking up a lot of gardening supplies and like plants and whatnot, so I'll include that in the end. But if you're not interested, thank you so much for watching. All right, so thanks for sticking around. We're in my sister's office where there is a little bit of a skylight towards the left. So yeah, here are the self-watering planters that I picked up at Walmart. They were on rollback. And right here we have this very pretty polka dot begonia. Got 2 cuttings with a purchase that I'll show you in a little bit. But yeah, the inside is a terracotta planter, and right here it's, ooh, my hand's shaking, is plastic, so it doesn't mess up your floors or anything. So I did have to pick up a like a plant stake. These are a little bit too heavy, but I didn't want to use wood. I also got some soil. I mixed a potting mix as well as some soil for cactus plants and succulents because I could not find perlite in Walmart to save my life. I did end up checking out the Dollar Tree, so I used this other pair of Dollar Tree gloves just because I feel like I go through those pretty quickly and holes form. And these were the planters at Dollar Tree that I was thinking about using. I figured I found these nicer ones at Walmart. I'll just go ahead with that. So yeah, these are the polka dot begonias, and I'm keeping 2 of them inside to hopefully they don't get crispy or any types of diseases or bugs or whatnot. But this is the cuttings that I got. So here, let me show you. So in the front, we have this like olive green color with almost painted on polka dots of silver. And on the back side, you have this very pretty like, well, it's normally supposed to be a little bit darker if the plant is doing a bit better, but I'm a new plant mom. So there we go. We have two of them. Hopefully they survive. I recently moved them from their water propagation, like crystal water bottle that it was in, and I moved them to here. So hopefully they're adjusting okay. Okay, but enough of that. Let me show you some other plant stuff that I got. So this succulent plant I did not purchase, but we did have two smaller succulents that we got gifted for, I believe, Mother's Day. I'm not a mother, but my cousin gave them to one for me, one for my mom, and one for my sister. So this little like pot looking thing, he did give it to me, and it had another succulent plant that unfortunately dried out. So I was trying to put three of them in here, but it just didn't fit. Did I recently water this? I think I need to water it a little bit. But yeah, it's very pretty. My mom really likes it, and we have it by the windowsill. So there's that. I'm going to water it, I believe, once a week. And I think I decided that the day will be Sunday. But let me show you the outside items that I picked up. Okay, you might hear some outside noise, but here is the hanging planter that I picked up on OfferUp for $10. It did come included with these two plants. So this one right here at the bottom is known as a spider plant because of the almost like spider legs that it has. I recently watered this. I thought it was a great deal because I believe just a cutting can go around for like $5 and stuff. And then at the top, we have the polka dot plant that I showed you earlier. So the other begonia. So I just recently watered this. Hopefully it does well outside. There is a lot of indirect light hitting it. And since it's summer, it shouldn't really have any issues. But I thought this was really pretty. And even when I go down right here, just the pot itself was pretty pricey. So I thought that was a great find. Here is the other succulent plant that unfortunately didn't fit in the pot container. So I might transplant that after it's done kind of chilling in here. Here is the jasmine plant that my aunt gifted me. She had it growing in her garden, and everything in her house just flourishes, and it just came to our house and got really sad. The pot is actually something that I got from my workplace when we used to be in Beverly Hills. So I kind of lugged that thing into my little Honda. So I bought the trellis and it just looks a little sad. I think it's just in shock because in the container, it was doing so well and thriving that there were roots coming out of the container, and then it just came to our house, and now it's looking a little sad. I recently watered it. So here's how this one looks like. Here we have another sad looking plant. Oh wow, there's a little fly on it. This one I got it at the Lowe's clearance section. Maybe it was clearanced off because it was about to die. But I had originally purchased two clearance lavender plants that I planted, one on this side, one on the other side. But they were already dying, and so I don't think that they would have survived. So I removed it and put these instead. So this is a perennial plant. I don't know what it's called, just that it was on sale. So hopefully it does well and it spreads out and fills a little bit more. Here's another plant, but I didn't get that. Oh, so these pots, this one, that one, and the other succulent that I showed earlier, I got it for $5 on OfferUp from the same seller that gave me the begonias. But here's a Spanish lavender that again is looking a little bit sad. So I don't know if it's just because they're all in shock, or our house just isn't really that great, or I'm just a terrible plant parent. So here's how this one looks like. It's looking a little sad. A rosemary, because my dad really likes kind of just like rubbing his fingers on the plant and then just smelling them. So hopefully this one does okay. I think out of all the plants that we got, or that I picked up at either Lowe's or Home Depot, this one's the one that's doing the best. Here's another one. I thought it was a perennial, but apparently it's not. It's an annual. So I don't know if this one will survive, or if I can take good care of it, that it kind of survives a little bit longer. Who knows? But I really like the really pretty, almost like periwinkle type flowers that it's giving off. Lastly, it's just the dirt that I got. It's definitely way too much. The mix right there is the one that I used for the begonias. That one I got it at Ace Hardware, and the rest are just Costco. I honestly should have just gotten one, but I thought I was going to be planting more. So yeah, that is it for my haul. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for sticking around if you saw this little plant section. But yeah, have a great day. Okay, bye.